This is a simple posture or body awareness exercise that you can put yourself through to feel how we create internal support and use support from our environment to help us stand in optimal posture. And it's not an exercise, more like a game of acting where you're just getting in a mood. So I want you to imagine a really bad day. You're sad, or you've worked too long or hard, or just got some bad news. And if you were trying to express someone in that mood, your posture would probably look something like this, rather slumpy. So if this is the way you hold your posture, we call this soggy. When you're walking around in that slumped posture, every time you take a step, there's a little, this little give to your body where the landing creates extra compression in certain zones of your body because you're not able to absorb the shock of hitting the ground. So over time, that might lead to tension in those spots, maybe in your chest, certain regions of your pelvis or your back. So obviously we'd like to avoid that posture, both for the aesthetics of it, but also we'd like to be in a better mood. So then at the other extreme, sometimes you'll see someone in something that from far away could look like a good posture. Their chest is lifted, they're up real tall, but instead of being in a posture with ease for them, they are in a posture that's very tense and almost aggressive, kind of like a military person when they're standing at attention. And it's a posture I might use like when I wanted to fight you and seem really big. So my chest is sticking out, right, which makes me tall, but I'm holding that posture from the wrong muscles. I'm engaging all the muscles of my back to lift my chest. And so again, over time, I'm gonna hold tension patterns in that region that could lead to chronic back pain. So for you to be in the ready position, able to react to any kind of mood you're in or anything that's going on, we need to express a more balanced posture that's able to resist the effects of gravity, but not limit your ability to move or absorb shock as you're moving through space. So this is where the ground comes in. When you want to set up your best posture, start down at your feet. Ideally, we are aligning our head, our ribs, and our hips over our heels like you were standing along a plumb line. And your heels have the sensory nerves that tell your body where you are in space. So if I push down into my heels, my brain's going to respond by engaging all of my anti-gravity muscles that will lift me up and align me along that imaginary plumb line. And now, without extra effort from my back, I instead get an equal engagement of all the muscles around my hips and around my torso. And you can watch. I go for my soggy posture, push down into the heels, and look at how my body self-organizes and my head gets right over my hips, where before it was really forward. In that, aggressive posture, right? My chest is thrust forward, my chin's a little retracted. But again, if I just back the weight up a little bit over my heels, you can see again, I come into balance. So this is a simple thing you could play with anytime, and you might reverse engineer it. Notice your mood first, and then see what you can do to make an adjustment. But your body wants to be in good posture and wants to deal with the forces of gravity. It just needs a little kickstart, and it's all the way down at your feet. Have fun playing around.